At guard, 6'5", number 3, John Starks. At guard, 6'1", number 11, Derek Harper. At center, 7'1", number 33, Patrick Ewing. At forward, 6'8", number 34, Charles Oakley. At forward, 6'7", number 54, Charles Smith. Head coach of the New York Knicks, Pat Riley, assisted by Jeff Van Gundy, Bob Salmi, and Jeff Nicks. And now, introducing tonight's starting lineup for your hometown Los Angeles Lakers. At guard, 6'1", from Cincinnati, number 9, Nick Van Exel. At guard, 6'6", from Temple, number 25, Eddie Jones. At center, 7'1", from Serbia, number 72, Vlade Divac. At forward, 6'7", from Cal State Fullerton, number 23, Cedric Ceballos. And at forward, 6'11", from Clemson, number 41, Eldon Campbell. Head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, Del Harris, assisted by Bill Burkett, Larry Drew, and Michael Cooper. The trainer, Gary Beatty.
Well, as we discussed earlier, Pat Riley upset with the lack of intensity on the part of his ball club the last couple of games. Also feels that the Knicks have not played as hard as they should be playing. Earlier, John talked about that with Anthony Mason, and Anthony is a guy who agrees with what the coach said.
It's a shame when we get away from them because that's the only way we win. We're a blue-collar team. We're not one of the fancy, want-to-be pretty teams. We're a blue-collar team that usually, works hard and digs out victories. So when we get away from it, that's really not playing Knick basketball. And right now, I think subconsciously everybody's still making adjustments defensively, and that gets away from the hard work. Because when you start playing defense thinking, you get away from playing defense. You just got to let it flow and play it naturally.
Well, he captured it. That's what has gotten Anthony Mason the success he has enjoyed, and he hopes this attitude spreads to his teammates in this game to get the Knicks out of their little slump now.
The officials, Dan Crawford, Greg Willard, and Sean Corbin. Vlade Divac will jump against Patrick Ewing. For the Knicks, it is game 3 of the 4-game Western trip. They'll wind it up tomorrow night in Oakland against Golden State. How about last night? Golden State losing at home to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, it's Eldon Campbell on the opening tip against Patrick Ewing, and the Lakers able to control. Harper guarding Van Exel. Battle between John Starks and the 6'6" Eddie Jones. Divac's pass intercepted by Ewing. Starks finding Smith, who was open. He passed up on the first opportunity. And here's Van Exel.
Excuse me, Marv. I think he wanted to get into passing before he shot, and the shot was staring him right in the face. He finally had to take it.
Well, the fadeaway by Eddie Jones. The Knicks get back down in a hurry, but Starks not able to convert. Eddie Jones with a couple of inches on John Starks. Forced it, but able to hit. Eddie Jones played only 12 minutes last night because of the flu. Really pushed himself to play, but he has opened up with a flourish here tonight.
These 6'7" shooting guards have really bothered the Knicks lately, and it started with Nick Anderson of Orlando. Willie Anderson of San Antonio as well. Very tough guys.
A loose ball foul charged to Oakley. The Knicks have been getting in early foul trouble thus far this season. Key people like Derek Harper and Patrick Ewing, and Pat Riley was saying prior to tonight's game, perhaps we have to change the philosophy regarding whether to pull these guys, even though they get into the foul difficulty. Charles Smith called for the foul, closing the baseline on Cedric Sabanos. So you may see Riley stay with guys after they pick up an early 2.
Well, the problem is, and it's always been this way in basketball, you take a key guy out and he doesn't play for 12, 15 minutes of the game, and in order for him to reestablish himself, it's very difficult. Isolation plays here now.
Van Exel not able to hit on the 3. Oakley with a good save. Lakers have a 4-0 lead. Smith. So Charles rejected, and the Knicks have missed their first 4 attempts. 2 minutes in. Devon's wide open. Back comes Hoffer. John Starks coming off a hot shooting performance in Utah the other night. 7 3-point field goals, 1 shy of a career high. Ewing's pass broken up. Van Exel. Now Sabanos posting up on Starks. The Knicks the other night only 27 rebounds against the Jazz, their fewest since a game back in February of '87 against Detroit, when they also had 27. Ewing not able to hit. Another opportunity. Charles Smith is fouled. Fouled by Campbell. So the Knicks have missed their first 6 field goal attempts.
Well, the doldrums continue here. You can see it on the faces of the Knicks, their frustration. Good follow-in doesn't work. The Knicks not getting breaks. They're working hard, though, as you see Charles Smith, who doesn't extend that high and gets rejected, but draws the foul. Again, Marv, the challenge for the Knicks is better judgment to get good shots and not force them. There's no sense in having big guys reaching back and pushing up jump shots instead of following through into the basket. If you see a guy falling away at 6'10" or more, you know he's straining to take a shot. Knicks shouldn't have to do that, particularly with a young team like the Lakers.
Lakers have a 4-2 lead. Going back to Monday night against the Jazz, the Knicks went 8.5 minutes without a field goal as they shot only 3 of 16 in that fourth quarter. They open up 0 for 6. Nice move by Eldon Campbell, and the Lakers are up 6-2. Starks around Jones, blocked on the reverse attack. He stepped out of bounds. So the Knicks have gone 3 minutes, 27 seconds without a field goal here at the start. 0 for their first 7.
Del Harris injecting Eldon Campbell into the starting lineup now to counter some of the power of the Knicks off the boards, and so far so good. That's a smooth shot for Ewing, no strain. Nicely done. First field goal by the Knicks. There's Del Harris shuffling at the forward position. Sabanos, Cedric Sabanos extends to an 8-4 lead. George Lynch, the second-year player out of North Carolina, has had a disappointing start. In particular, off the boards, he's averaged only 3 rebounds per game. And so last night against the Clippers, Lakers started Anthony Miller, a young player out of Michigan State. And tonight he goes with Eldon Campbell. Charles Smith brings the Knicks with him, too. Notice Charles didn't bring that ball down after he got it. Kind of went right up to the basket. Didn't give the defense a chance to bother him. Last night at the Sports Arena, Lakers came from behind to defeat the Clippers. Here's Campbell. And rebounded by Oakley. And Charles looking very active off the boards here at the start. Charles wants to concentrate on doing what he does best, and that is rebound, and he's showing he's right on it. Starks coming off the pick. And stay right here, says Dan Crawford. So the foul is against the Lakers. It's on Devon's. A loose ball foul, so the Knicks will put it in play. Lakers 8 and the Knicks 6. 5 minutes gone by.
Knicks only 2 of 11. And that is deflected out by the Lakers. And a timeout is taken. 6:58 remaining in the first.
Our shooting gallery at Nobody Beats the Wiz has over 50 different camcorders, and you can try them all. Nobody beats the Wiz.
Protect yourself against skyrocketing fuel costs. Join the Fuel Consumers Group today and save.
I save 20 to 25 cents a gallon on 1,100 gallons a year. That's quite a saving.
One night at midnight, my burner started making funny noises. Within an hour, I had a serviceman at the door.
It's about time the consumer got a break. It helps us save money.
And I know that my family is safe. Fuel Consumers Group. For more information, call 798-WARM.
You're looking at one of Long Island's most recognizable landmarks. A landmark that personifies excellence. One that's looked up to, not only by our loyal customers, but by our competition. The landmark, Raleigh Motors. The metropolitan area's premier luxury car dealership on Northern Boulevard in Rosslyn. Authorized Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Rolls-Royce dealer. Raleigh Motors, where it costs no more to go first class. You've got to see it. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only, and only for the smartest shoppers. 399 Smith Street, a block and a half east of Route 110.
3 games into the season, the Knicks were the best shooting team in the NBA. The last couple of games has brought their percentages down. In fact, it was 41% over the last 2 games, 2 for 11 tonight. Free throws have been a problem for the Knicks also. You can see the attempts by the Knicks versus their opponents. The 2-game total gives the opponents almost 40 attempts more than the Knicks over the last 2 games. The Knicks have got to get to the foul line. A focus not only this year, but that was also last year as well. When you get to the line, you're putting pressure on your opponents.
And it's difficult to get to the line if you're shooting primarily jump shots, and that has certainly been the case the last few games for the Knicks. Here's Ewing. That was 2-point territory, put on the line. Lakers 8 and the Knicks 6. 6:40 remaining. In this first quarter, a poor shooting start by the Knicks, who are 2 of 12. Sabanos with the fake. He went around Smith, and then he's called for the offensive foul. Cedric Sabanos making contact.
He beat Charles Smith, but there was Charles Oakley to plug the gap and draw the foul. Ball goes into the corner, little head fake, and Sabanos is by Smith, but there's Charles Oakley.
Oakley setting the pick, and Divac jumped out at Starks. Ewing was hacked. So Patrick Ewing to the line. Elvin Campbell called for his second.
Well, Patrick got the good position. When he's getting that ball below the foul line, he will draw the foul or certainly get a good shot at the basket.
Yeah. Ewing not able to get into it Monday night against Utah. Only 5 of 14, only 7 rebounds. Last week against the Lakers, had a good one. 24 points, 9 rebounds.
The good part about that game for the Knicks is that they featured 7 players in double figures. It wasn't only Ewing, but John Starks had a solid game, and Hubert Davis had his best game.
Sam Bowie has come on for Elvin Campbell, who picked up the 2 fouls. Game is tied at 8. Marv Albert, John Andres from the floor. And Exel again misfires on the 3-point attempt. And a loose ball foul on Ewing. So Patrick Ewing called for his first. Last night at the Sports Arena across town, Lakers beat the Clippers 102-92. Pulled it out in the 4th quarter, closing with a 13-2 run. So the Clippers remain winless at 0-6. Nice spin by Jones. Off the follow. Eddie Jones
to the Knicks to have him just drive in, get the shot, no problem. But then to get the offensive rebound that way, where were the Knicks?
Oh, what a recovery by Oakley. It counts and the foul. So Oakley to the line. Sam Bowie called for the foul.
Charles Oakley is certainly setting a tone for his Knick teammates with his work. Offensive board rebounding of Charles. He's the best at it on the team. And he's been sweeping the defensive boards as well here in the early going.
John, last night at the sports arena for the Lakers and the Clippers, Knicks now lead by 11-10. Only 8,000 turning out, and that was supposedly a generous number. But here at the Forum for the Knicks and the Lakers, many empty seats. A very disappointing crowd.
Well, Marv, the only thing is, I guess, the judgment of the stars here is that they're better off home reading their scripts until the Lakers get hot, and this is a must ticket.
A look around the Forum. I see Jack is here, though. Back in his customary courtside seat.
I assume
talking about Jack Taylor.
That's what I thought you meant.
Devots with a nice spin. Lakers thought there was a goaltend involved there. No call. Offer for Oakley. The Knicks 13 and the Lakers 10 with just under 5 minutes remaining in the first, and there he is, incog. Never recognized Jack Nicholson.
I think he may be sleeping already, Marv. Usually there's a little smile usually cracking out, but maybe he's a little guilty. He's been very domestic these days. I thought he might be home babysitting when we didn't see him earlier.
And Bowie shoving Smith, and a technical foul call.
That's an unusual reaction. Sam Bowie is a very peaceful player normally. Sam getting that ball down low. Looks like a shot blocked by Charles Smith, but maybe there was an elbow in there that Sam didn't like.
Apparently a double technical call. We're checking it out. I saw the indication of a tee off the steal. Lakers had a 3-on-2. Yes, apparently a double technical call on Bowie. And Smith-Sapalos brings the Lakers within one.
Very soft pass delivered by Charles Smith right into the hands of the Lakers, equals 2 points.
Well, that ended a 9-2 Knick run. And Sapalos held by Smith.
Another turnover. These are the imperfections that drive coaches crazy. When the big man cannot exchange the ball without coughing it up to the other team.
Anthony Mason checks in, replacing Charles Smith. 4 points for Smith. 2 personal fouls. The Knicks 13 and the Lakers 12. Devots had it knocked away. Sapalos blocked. Sapalos on the follow. And the Lakers take a 1-point lead.
That's athleticism, when a guy can get his shot blocked and he can immediately respond and turn it into his favor.
6 points for Cedric Sabalos. Hopper spinning and getting it to Mason. Hopper. And slammed home by Ewing. The Knicks by 1.
Great follow by Ewing, who wasn't boxed out. I believe he did that with 2 hands.
We come up on 3 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Bowie. Hopper and Bowie make contact. No whistle. Hopper with the shovel for Ewing. And the Knicks now lead 17-14.
We're talking fast break hoop, Marv. Something the Knicks want to do more of.
And Exel off the mark. Oakley with the rebound. And Oakley doing an excellent job off the boards in this first quarter. That's 6 rebounds for Charles. Hopper stopped by Devots. Tony Smith with the ball. He just checked in. Tony Smith played well last last night getting the starting nod because of the flu-ridden Eddie Jones. Beautiful move by Sabalos. And the Knicks lead is now 1.
He just beat Charles Oakley to the position, and then he left a trail behind him. What a speedy move.
Pat Riley calling for time with 2:17 remaining in the first.
Back to those more important meetings. Delta Airlines.
Not surprising. They wrote the book on value.
On a new Ford Escort.
This is a real
Cash back on the best-selling small car in America.
Your Ford dealers have
Knicks doing a much bigger job on the boards now, and it's showing on the scoreboard as they grabbed a 1-point lead. Tomorrow night, the Knicks at Golden State. Knicks game night at 10 o'clock. And then Saturday, the Knicks return home to the Garden with game night at 8 p.m. And Monday, the San Antonio Spurs make a visit to Madison Square Garden with Knicks game night at 7 p.m.
Knicks 6 of 18 and the Lakers 8 of 20 here at the start. This Golden State losing at home to Minnesota last night. How about David Robinson last night? Another sensational game against Dikembe Mutombo. Had a very long evening. Bad pass. Charles Oakley saying, my fault. And the Lakers beat the Knicks down court. Tony Smith on the break to give LA a 1-point lead.
What the Lakers are doing is turning the Knicks turnovers from sloppy ball handling immediately into points.
Rick Anthony checked in following the timeout. Ewing. Patrick Ewing back to the line. Kalani Devonts call for his second foul. A minute 47 remaining in this first quarter. And the Lakers lead the Knicks 18-17. Knicks now have a front line of Ewing, Oakley, and Mason. Anthony Mason bothered by a sore right elbow. He was bent back during a scramble on Karl Malone in the Utah game the other night in the fourth quarter. See Oakley depart. Judith Davis has come on. Monty Williams checking in for the first time. Pat Riley trying to get more and more playing time for the rookie out of Notre Dame, Monty Williams.
He's an offensive player. He can shoot the ball. He's got a great nose for the ball, as we saw the other night in Utah. And he wants to, as you say, Mark, see more of him.
Game tied at 18.
Knicks have been crying out for small forward help, and he just might be the guy.
Ewing able to penetrate off the dribble to set up Mason. Sabalos could not control and did well to avoid the very expensive but empty courtside seats. So Greg Anthony now in the backcourt with Hubert Davis. And up front is Ewing, Mason, and Williams. Nice play by Bowie. And then behind the back to get it to Van Exel.
Another turnover. The Knicks are giving the ball to the Lakers here in the first quarter. They did that in New York with 9 first quarter turnovers as well.
Knicks with 5 turnovers, Lakers with 4. Nice box out by Mason. Here is Davis open. Well, the Knicks would love to see Hubert Davis get rolling. He is off to a slow start. And Hubert able to connect on his first attempt.
But in New York, it was 15 points in 17 minutes for Hubert at the Garden against the Lakers.
Tony Smith. Nice setup for Cedric Ceballos.
Interesting that Ewing didn't take on Ceballos on that play.
10 points for Cedric, and the game is tied at 20. Down to 20 seconds remaining. First quarter. That basket a moment ago by Hubert Davis, the first field goal by the Knicks backcourt. Ewing from deep. Yes. The Knicks 22, the Lakers 20. And this first quarter rolling down. Only 5 seconds remaining. Down to 2. Good play by Mason to break it up, not allowing a last shot. After 1 here at the Forum, it's the Knicks 22 and the Lakers 20.
We need the dreams of the people. If it was useless. You know, for the time when some customer would pay with a piece of paper by OMS, then another one said,
Express can give life to a lot of dreams. We even know how to make them come true. By the edge of the ocean and under it. And these faces all have one thing in common. Find them in Florida. There are over 4 million miles of roads in Alamo territory, and every day with every car nationwide, only Alamo gives you all those miles for free, including the ones in Florida, a place full of faces that will bring a smile to yours.
You take it. No, you take it. You take it. Oh, you take it. Lightning quick pass. NBA Live 95 EA Sports.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by Toyota. I love what you do for me, Toyota.
Bob Page with an update from the Garden, where that final singles match of this evening's women's tennis program is now ended. Conchita Martinez needed 6 match points to close out Natalia Zvereva. The scores 2-6, 6-2, and 6-4. Martinez now meets Kimiko Dade in the quarterfinals on Friday. Back to Los Angeles.
All right, Bob, second quarter getting underway, and the Knicks with a 22-20 lead on the Lakers. Herb Williams checking in for the first time, replacing Patrick Ewing. A good first quarter for Ewing. 11 points, 4 of 7 from the field, and 3 out of 4 from the line. And here is Sedale, 3, who had the good one against the Clippers last night. 12 of his 14 points in the fourth quarter to lead that come-from-behind effort. The Knicks only 8 of 21. Lakers 10 of 24. Lakers did not go to the free throw line in the first quarter. Quite a turnaround as the Knicks went 6 for 7 at the line.
Charles Oakley off to a terrific start also with 5 rebounds. He set a tone for the team early.
Tony Smith sits down. Eddie Jones is back. Davis and Anthony in the backcourt. Here's Hubert Davis. That's a 3. So Hubert has hit 2 out of 2, and he's given the Knicks a 5-point lead. And a kickball indicated by the official Dan Crawford. The Lakers get the new 24. Tough schedule at the start of the season for the Los Angeles Lakers. 10 of the first 14 on the road, but this is game 1 of a 3-game homestand. 3 with the jump shot. And apparently offense offensive foul called on George Lynch, who just checked in.
They've also only had one home game. This is their second one, and that one was an overtime loss to Denver, the much improved Denver Nuggets.
Anthony Mason, played by the 6'11" Eldon Campbell. Here's Monty Williams. Too much on it on the intended pass for Herb Williams. The Knicks have a 5-point lead with a minute gone by in the second quarter. Head fakes by Eddie Jones. And the foul is called as Campbell set up against Monty Williams. Blocking foul on Monty Williams.
Campbell is 6'11", tough matchup for the 6'8" Monty Williams.
Things are very quiet here at the Forum. And deflected out by Mason. John, even the public address announcer sounds down to me.
That's the style of the PA guy here through the years, Marv. It's the most noticeable now, though, with the crowd being so quiet.
Campbell gets it back. The Knicks 25 and the Lakers 22. Mason. Yes. Anthony Mason extends to a 5-point Knick lead.
You can see any kind of passing and patience by the Knicks will get them easy, open jump shots. That's what breaks the defense down.
George Lynch, second-year player from North Carolina, for Eldon Campbell. And Eldon Campbell taking advantage of the height disparity. That's his third field goal. He has 6. The Knicks by 3.
That's a man using his, as you say, the disparity to his favor. He's not throwing fall-away jumpers. He's taking that ball right to him.
Herb Williams. Three guarded by Davis. Lynch. Gone by in the second quarter, and the Knicks have a 27-24 lead. It's game 3 of a 4-game Western swing. Greg Anthony from downtown to give the Knicks a 6-point advantage.
One of the interesting things Pat Riley does when players are having a difficult time is, and I'm reminded by Greg Anthony, who's a totally different player than he was a year ago out here, but Hubert Davis having a tough time. A lot of criticism of his game over the last several games, and Pat Riley going to him early in this game, showing a lot of faith in him, and Hubert's playing well.
Bowie stripped and able to tip it home. Nice play by Greg Anthony and coming over to help out.
It's so unbelievable how the Knicks miss Oakley on the court right now. They're a different team under the Laker basket now without Oakley, and it's not to their advantage.
Davis for 3, and Hubert is on fire. He has hit all 3 attempts, 2 from downtown. He has 8 points. The Knicks lead 32-26. Biggest lead of the game for the Knicks. Anthony stepping into the lane. Good control. Campbell. So the Lakers getting it back. And they move within 4. This group on the floor for the Knicks has played well. Monty Williams beats his man George Lynch, but is rejected by Eldon Campbell.
Well, Campbell's 6'11". Sam Bowie's a 7-footer. There's a lot of height out there under the hoop.
Bowie sits down, replaced by Divac.
Divac also 7'1", as is Bowie.
Correction on the score. The scoreboard incorrect. They had not credited Hubert Davis with a 3-pointer. Now they made the correction. The Knicks lead 33-28. Pretty move by Herb Williams.
Yeah, it's good to see Herb moving as well as he did on that move. Sometimes he gets into a stationary kind of low post game, but he showed some real movement.
Knicks by 7. Lynch, Campbell, Divac. up front. Threaton Jones in the backcourt. Campbell, unorthodox for Eldon Campbell. And Monty Williams moves it back. 5 minutes in, second quarter. Marv Albert, John Andres at the Great Western Forum in Inglewood. Now that's a force by Hubert, but he's feeling it. The steal by Anthony. An alert play by Greg Anthony. And another Nick turnover. Eddie Jones trying to put a move on, and Greg Anthony got the offensive foul call against Jones of the Lakers. Timeout taken. 6:39 remaining. First half.
Knicks pulling ahead now on the strength of some bench contributions. Take a look at a Perry Ellis look at Herb Williams working out of the corner moments ago. Divac comes up to challenge Herb, and Herb says, hey, I may be listed as a center, but I can move the baseline as well. And that was a fine response by Herb to the tight defense of Divac.
6:39 remaining in the second quarter here at the Great Western Forum, Inglewood, California. John, we're joined tonight by our regular Madison Square Garden stat man, Eric Merlis, making the trip just to be with us for this game.
I don't know about the beret on Eric, though. I mean, L.A. is different from New York, but it's a little extreme.
Did you pick up the airfare for Eric?
I was a contributor, Mark. I won't get into the details.
Here's Patrick Ewing back on the floor, replacing Herb Williams. And Cedric Sabanos will put it in play. Now Threaton guarded by Anthony. It's a forced shot by Sedell. Threaton comes to Divac. Sabanos left wide open. Sabanos with the steal. Sabanos again. Oh, what a sequence for Cedric Sabanos defensively and offensively.
Well, offensively, he beat 3 Knicks on that follow-up play.
12 points for Sabanos. He's the high man of the game. Ewing, yes, and it counts. And a nicely thrown lead pass by Davis.
Patrick really establishing himself now as the post-up center that the Knicks would like to see more of. The nice lead pass. He made himself a target, too, with the hand up. Makes it easier for Hubert or the passer to get the ball to him.
Foul committed by Sabanos, who got caught on the mismatch. Last touch by Harper, who just checked in. Antonio Harvey, second-year man from Pfeiffer College in North Carolina, has checked in for the first time, wearing number 40. Harvey goes 6'11", 225 pounds. That's Harvey with the ball. 5:20 to go in this first half. Mason rebound. Knicks have done a nice job off the boards responding to the pleas of Pat Riley after only 27 rebounds the other night in Utah. Oakley's fighting off the double team. Backcourt now of Hubert Davis and Derek Hoffer. Patrick Ewing up front with Charles Oakley and Anthony Mason. Ewing got a good shot.
That's a real bad shot, as a matter of fact. Patrick feeling the confidence now. He wants to shoot every time, it appears.
And the Lakers in a drought here in this second quarter. Knicks by 7. 4.5 remaining in the first half. Hubert Davis. Nice looking move by Hubert, going to the left hand, and he's provided a lift. 10 points for Davis. The Knicks open up a 9-point lead. And Del Harris calling for time. Forced 4:17 remaining in the second. With an excellent effort, 4 out of 5, 2 from downtown, 10 points in all. Knicks by 7 with 3.5 remaining in the first half. Pretty spin by Jones. And a loose ball foul against the Knicks. It's on Ewing. That's his second personal.
You will see Eddie Jones getting the ball from time to time with a clear-out situation. They will isolate him on one side of the court because of his great skills, his one-on-one skills. Charles Smith comes over to help out on that play, but Jones is a tough man one-on-one.
Illegal defense called for the first time tonight. So that is the first violation. And the Lakers get a new 24. Nick Van Exel in his second year out of Cincinnati.
More isolation for Ceballos now, who's so good at putting the ball on the floor.
And a climbing foul. Antonio Harvey could not get out of the way. Loose ball foul on Harvey. Antonio Harvey played 27 games last year. Even started opening night for the injured Eldon Campbell. Signed as a free agent in his second NBA season. Ewing. A pretty feed from Oakley. Perfect example of what they refer to as interior passing. Did it along the baseline. That's a three-point attempt. Eddie Jones knocks it down from three-point territory. And the Knicks now lead 41-35. 9 points for Jones. Ceballos leads the Lakers with 12. Ewing high man for the Knicks with 15. Patrick Ewing feeling the touch. And the Knicks have an 8-point lead.
Nice to get a pass as he did also like Derek Harper threw, setting him up beautifully.
Well, Ceballos with the challenge as he saw Ewing and went way off. Ewing able to rescue it. Here's Starks. Yes. The pattern has remained the same for John recently. Gets off to shaky starts, sits down for a while, comes back, and usually hits his first shot. He was 0 for 3 prior to that jumper. The Knicks now by 10. It's their biggest lead of the game. Minute 35 remaining, first half. This is Harvey. Not a good decision by Harvey. Oakley. Back comes Van Exel. Harvey again, air ball. Ceballos on the follow. Ceballos is rejected. And the Knicks on the run, but the Lakers able to get back. They had a 3-on-2 developing. Lakers made the transition. Charles Smith. Strong move right. And Antonio Harvey has had a rough couple of minutes out there.
Equally fine play by John Starks, who many situations like the one he was just in would take the shot, but he set up Charles Smith.
So a 12-5 run. Harper called for the foul. 12-5 run by the Knicks with 52 seconds to go in the first half. A timeout call. The Knicks by 12. With a leaner, nice move. And here's Pat with a running one-hander. Wow.
Looks like Pat Starks.
That game at Madison Square Garden in December of '74. The Knicks did win it 100-95 over the Lakers, but Pat Riley, 38 minutes, 20 points for the game. Although Clyde will point out he did score 21 and had 7 rebounds.
Only if you pull it out of the bar.
Look at that Laker lineup. Riley and Lucius Allen started at the guards. Elmore Smith, the center. Corky Calhoun and Connie Hawkins up front. The Knicks with Bradley and a fellow by the name of Phil Jackson at the forwards. John Gianelli, the center, and a backcourt of Walt Frazier and Earl Monroe. Brings back a few memories.
Tom Riker, Jesse Dark.
Phil Jackson had a season high of 22 points.
Also on that team.
Let's run down the entire box score here.
Well, Happy Hairston, injured knee, did not dress, and Gail Goodrich had an ankle problem. He wasn't with the team that night.
And Devots taking it to the basket strong is foul. It's on Charles Smith with 46 seconds remaining in the first half, and the Knicks up 48-35. This is game 3 of a 4-game road trip for the Knicks. It's on to Golden State tomorrow, and we have received word that Chris Webber has come to terms with the Warriors in terms not disclosed. So Chris Webber back in the fold. Remains to be seen as to whether he'll be back in action that quickly, but the Knicks play at Golden State tomorrow night. It's game night at 10. Game time at 10:30. Good hustle by Sabalos. Ewing able to get to it, then lost it. Off the steal, Lakers with another opportunity. Sabalos. Rebound, Jones leaping high to color it. Van Exel. Stopped by Mason. And finds Starks. Oh, what a play by Anthony Mason. The Knicks now lead 50-36. Van Exel turned back. Again, the Knicks on a break. Down to 10 seconds as Hopper holds it up and resets. It's time remaining in the half. Starks from downtown. Yes. The Knicks with an impressive run, concluding matters here in the first half. And Exel running the basket at the horn, but the Knicks lead by 17 with an outstanding second quarter. So Pat Riley has to be pleased about what he has seen here tonight at his former home. The Knicks 53 and the Lakers 36. Bob Page coming up at the MSG Sports Desk in just a moment. Now to Bob Page at the MSG Sports Desk.
Thank you, Marv. Good evening, everybody. Chris Webber has finally come to his senses, his public image having taken a big hit. As Marv mentioned a moment ago, Webber has signed his contract with the Golden State Warriors, ending his holdout. Possibly, doubtful, but possibly in time to meet the Knicks tomorrow night. Webber had turned down $50 million guaranteed over 7 years. He reportedly wanted Don Nelson out as coach. On the court tonight, great finish in San Antonio where the Bulls beat the Spurs 94-92. Bob Hill, the ex-Knicks coach in San Antonio, down 3 points with 8.2 seconds left. Newcomer Chuck Person takes a pass, hits that three-pointer between two defenders to tie the game. Phil Jackson called timeout. The Bulls inbound the basketball to Will Perdue off to Scottie Pippen. Nobody checks Perdue inside. The guy's an awful player, but you can't leave him alone. Pippen hits him. Purdue's dunk with 1/10 of a second left as the game winner Ron Harper led Chicago with 27. David Robinson had 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 blocked shots. This was opening night of the college basketball season with 6 games in the preseason NIT. A big surprise at Syracuse, where the Orange Men, favored to win the Big East this year, lost to George Washington in overtime, 111-104. Jim Boeheim and company playing at Manley Fieldhouse, Carrier Dome still in its football configuration. This miracle three-point brick off the backboard by JUCO transfer Michael Lloyd at the buzzer set the game to OT, tied at 93. But Syracuse joy short-lived because in the extra session, GW outscored them 12-0 to open. Alexander Cool, that's his name, feeds Antoine Hart for 2 of his 23 points. Lloyd had 27 for Cuse, Lawrence Moten 21. Also, Penn lost at home to Canisius 81-78, and Ohio State lost at home to Ohio University.
Sports Desk is brought to you by Old Spice High Endurance Deodorant and alcohol-free sensitive aftershave.
If you think aftershave has to hurt to work,
regard, I have to feel, a little bit sorry for Ken. I know he wanted to be in there and wanted to play, but at the same time, it's a tough position playing quarterback.
We're here most nights at 11 o'clock with an expanded edition of the MSG Sports Desk. Back to Los Angeles.
The last 7 games, something like that. The last.
For the Los Angeles Lakers, Cedric Sabalos with 12. Eddie Jones, despite the flu, with 9. Eldon Campbell with 8 points. Marv Albert with John Andres. And John, an excellent second quarter for the Knicks. who shot 11 for 17 from the field. Lakers only 7 of 25 in the quarter.
Well, the most important thing, Marv, is that the team is playing with the enthusiasm and the effort that Pat Riley has been calling for, which he did certainly yesterday in practice, and that's what's getting them through it right now, and also the dominance of their big man. Patrick Ewing has really set a tone here also.
Well, he said it was a lack of intensity the last 2 games against the Spurs and the Jazz, but that has not been the question or has not been the concern here tonight. Let's take a look at some of the halftime highlights.
Knicks all over the boards tonight. They got a good bounce on that play. Derek Harper running the court well, distributing it beautifully to Patrick Ewing for the easy layup for Ewing. Easy isn't the word these days when it comes to fast breaks, but that was perfectly done. Alert hands by the Knicks also on that play, pushing the ball up court. And John Starks running the court well also enjoyed the end of that break. Hubert Davis had an excellent first half. He's gotten out of his doldrums. Hubert with the 3-point shot, one of his 2 threes in the first half. Sam Bowie trying to get that ball inside. That was picked off by alert hands, and then Eldon Campbell coming in. Eldon at 6'11" caused the Knicks some problems in the first half.
So the Knicks with a commanding 17-point lead as we head to the 3rd quarter.
The Knicks are back, and so's Mike Francesa, along with Kathleen Murphy and some of the biggest stars in sports and showbiz on Live from the Play-by-Play right here on MSG.
Save me! Save me! Save me! I'm being held.
Where people come to beautify their homes. We've got furniture for every wall, a style of all your own. Wall Furniture Outlet, WFO. Wall Furniture Outlet, WFO.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by the United States Postal Service. We deliver smart solutions for you. And by MetLife. Get Met. It pays.
Back in Inglewood, California, the New York Knicks with a 53-36 lead on the Los Angeles Lakers. A look at the stats in the first half, and the Knicks shot very well. 21 of 40 from the field, 53%. Ewing 7 of 11. The Lakers only 17 of 52, had a very poor shooting second quarter, 7 of 28 in the quarter. Sabalos firing them up from all angles, 6 of 18. He has 12 points in all. The Knicks hitting the threes. Hubert Davis with 2. Greg Anthony has 1. John Starks with 1.
This is a shocking number. The Lakers only going to the line for 2 foul shots. The Knicks 9. And Pat Riley's feelings about the new NBA rules were made pretty clear in the papers today in New York. I hate the new rules, Pat said, but the foul shooting hasn't been a factor here. It's just made a very fast half. The Lakers doing a good job on the boards, hanging with the Knicks, leading them by 1 at the half. Lakers did a good job on the offensive boards, where they had 13 of their 24 rebounds on the offensive boards. Well, the Knicks on the road now, and Knicks fans can join the Knicks on the road in Phoenix as they take on Charles Barkley and the Suns December 15th through 18th. The road trip package includes round-trip airfare, 2 nights hotel accommodations, including 1 night at the Las Vegas MGM Grand, game tickets, and more. For information on this and other upcoming Knicks road trips, call 212-268-8844.
Well, the Knicks come in with a record of 3-2. The Lakers 3 up and 4 down, coming off the win over the Clippers last night over at the Sports Arena. And the Knicks wind up this Western swing tomorrow night at Golden State. For those who may have just tuned in earlier, we mentioned Chris Webber has come to terms with the Golden State Warriors. Last night, Warriors losing at home to the Timberwolves. Their first win of the season. Timberwolves now 1-6, and Golden State suffering its first defeat of this new season. Golden State at 5-1. That'll be tomorrow night. Next game night, we'll get it underway at 10. And then Saturday night, the Knicks are back home for Atlanta. Well, Jack, not the only notable from Hollywood on hand. Denzel Washington making the scene. Actually, Denzel is a Portland.
He took the line away, Mark.
There it is, a New York City product. Terrific actor. Divac with the block to open up this third quarter. Divac from Savalas. And the foul, reach-in call on Charles Smith. Denzel Washington apparently will add to his portfolio, said to be the man who will play Jackie Robinson. Spike Lee's new offering.
Spike is twisting the arm of Denzel. Has that been agreed upon, to your knowledge?
Spike and I have not discussed it. He does usually confer on his roles.
Nice of you to recommend a Fordham actor, though, I must say. Very, very well done. The Knick bench, in many ways, a story of the differences in these two teams in the first half. The Lakers getting a total of 4 points in the first half off their bench. Sam Bowie and Tony Smith.
Technical foul charged to Charles Oakley. A little aggressive in extending the right hand as he went to the ball after the free throw, and Savalas will shoot the tee. Earlier, a double technical called on Charles Smith and Sam Bowie. The Knicks opening up this third quarter. Mason lost it. Savalas called for the charge, and that is his third foul. The Knicks with Ewing, Oakley, and Mason up front. Mason coming on for Smith, who just left after picking up his fourth. And the backcourt of Starks and Hopper. Starks for three. Well, the Knicks get the new 24. Mason setting the screen, and the foul against the Lakers. Van Exel trying to fight his way through it. Picks up his first.
I was just mentioning bench contributions, Marv. The Lakers with 4, the Knicks with 17 points off the bench in the first half. Thanks to Hubert Davis, 10 points.
Patrick Ewing very fortunate on those 2 passes. Both deflected. Ewing, yes. Beautiful drop step move going right at Vlade Divac. And Ewing has 19 points. Knicks lead by 17 once again. And the foul on Hopper. So that's 2 on Derek Hopper.
There's an unhappy coach. Pat Riley not pleased at all with that call. Happened right in front of the Knicks bench. Van Exel, excuse me, Marv, with a very frustrating first half. 0 for 5 from the field. 4 assists, however.
Yeah, did not shoot well last night. Only 2 of 9 from the field. This is a guy who is a shooter first, usually, and a point guard second. Shot only 39% from the field last season, but certainly does have the three-point range. And usually is looking for the shot from downtown. He's on a pace to hit an NBA record 230+ from downtown. Charles Oakley with 8 points. And the Knicks lead 57-39. Divac. It counts. It's a goaltend.
The Knicks can really explode and open this game up even wider with some more intensity. The Lakers, to me, Marv, it appears, are ready for that. I don't know whether it's fatigue or just their youth.
21 for Ewing. And the Knicks with an 18-point lead. Here's Divac. He thought he was fouled. Knicks thought that there had been a traveling violation. Hopper tried to kick it off to Oakley.
like to see the man leading the break stop at the foul line, but Harper, I think, confused Oakley and himself by staying too close to Charles.
Eddie Jones tried the three.
That's an unbelievable shot by Eddie. Poor judgment.
Bad decisions made by both guards, Jones and Van Exel. And John Starks draws the foul.
Rushed shots open up opportunities for fast breaks. One of the points Charles Oakley was making recently, Marv, about the Knicks jump shooting and too much jump shooting from his viewpoint was that a lot of the rebounds, as a result, are going out far. You know, when you take a long shot, chances are it's going to hit the rim if it misses and bounce far away. It's not going to be that soft because it's coming with a lot of velocity because of the distance. And Charles's numbers have been down a bit lately in the rebounding department, he felt, because of that. It's a valid point.
And the Knicks have not rebounded well enough to run the floor consistently, and that has hurt the production of guys like Charles Smith and Anthony Mason. They did run effectively the first 3 games, coming out of preseason where they were experimenting with the quicker tempo.
What a play by Oakley. Quick hand stealing that ball.
The Knicks lead by 18, 3 minutes in, third quarter. Starks, yes.
One of the points Pat Riley made the other day, he loves to see the jump shooting coming from inside to outside. Rather than the guards rushing their shots, let it go into the big man first, then out to the guard, and that's just what happened with Ewing and Starks.
Camry was a success story from the start. Acclaimed best car built in America. Its reputation for quality craftsmanship made Camry the gold standard. It ranked among the top 10 in initial quality 6 years in a row. And Camry is built in a plant in Georgetown, Kentucky, the recipient of the Gold Plant Quality Award. And now the newly styled and refined 1995 Toyota Camry.
This holiday season, while you're shopping, we'll be dropping a ton of money to our big payback. Now, every time you use your card, you're automatically entered in our holiday sweepstakes. The more you shop, the more chances you have to win. Weekly bonus prizes of $50,000 or land the ultimate $1 million grand prize. It pays to discover the card with the big payback.
He's a private investigator.
Hear the lady screaming my name. Shane! Shane! Where's Lorena Bobbitt when you need her?
She's his new partner.
Mike Tyson can beat Muhammad Ali. That's right. Mike Tyson can't spell Muhammad Ali.
Together, they're putting the competition to shame.
If you sing James Brown songs, dogs will not attack.
1, 2, 3. Keenan Ivory Wayans.
All the dogs on the right go.
Jada Pinkett.
Keep your day job.
A low-down, dirty shame. Rated R. Starts November 23rd.
Well, tomorrow at 7 p.m. you can catch the best of women's tennis with the quarterfinals of the Virginia Slims Tennis Championships right here on the MSG Network, and you can see some interesting matchups already. Steffi Graf, Sabatini, and also Martina will be playing doubles tomorrow night as well in her swan song to women's tennis.
It's tomorrow at 7, starting at 7 on the MSG Network. The Knicks have opened up a 20-point lead, 61-41. For early third quarter. Jones, another bad shot. Tried to post up, but he was way out.
John Starks knew what was coming, and he bothered him.
Hopefully played by Divac, and he thought that obviously that Starks would be there.
You know, passing spreads, you know, Marv, when one guy passes and it gets into a rhythm. Well, Charles just wanted to pass the ball, even though there was no one there to receive it.
Here's Eldon Campbell, hacked by Patrick Ewing, who has committed his third. So Eldon Campbell to the line. He's 2 for 2 at the line.
Campbell taking every shot opportunity he can get. Pretty mobile guy for 6'11", not limited to low post, back to the basket style of play. I think all in all, though, he has been somewhat of a disappointment to this team. He hasn't really taken over. He's certainly had ample opportunity now as the Lakers try and give this franchise a new personality.
Well, last year he averaged just under 7 rebounds per game, and the feeling is a 6'11" starting forward should do better than that. And Oakley hit by Devos. So that's 3 on Devos. Oakley getting the position. It's a loose ball foul, and the Knicks will throw in. Starks being played by Jones. Hopper guarded by Van Exel.
Quite a difference in the Knicks passing tonight, with moving the ball much crisper on offense.
Campbell. And Hopper pushes it down. Oh, he finds Oakley open, but he gave it back.
Crazy that he gives that ball up with the position he had.
Patrick Ewing attempting a 3, and here's it from the crowd on the air ball. Not a good decision again on the shot by Ewing. The Knicks lead 61-43. And again, a bad shot by Eddie Jones.
I must say the Lakers are outstanding in their 4-shot selection. It's continuing.
Lakers 1 for 7 in this third quarter. Devos having difficulty with Oakley is called for the foul. And that is his 4th foul. Well, perhaps Del Harris trying to bring some calm onto the floor. Inserts Tony Smith for Eddie Jones. Who are those guys at the start of tonight's telecast who were talking about the impressive backcourt of the LA Lakers, which they certainly were for 3 quarters last week at the Garden against the Knicks. Eddie Jones in particular has done some terrific things in the early going of his rookie year, and Dick Van Exel has had his moments, but both have been out of control tonight. Bad decision by both.
If we were going to do the open again tonight,
yeah, we changed it.
I think we should have gone with Magic and Worthy.
Well, you know, that's a good point, because we can certainly edit that in for Nick Rewind. Is there a Nick Rewind on West Coast games? The electronic wisdom, Howie Singer, with an immediate emphatic no. 5 minutes gone by in the third quarter, and the Knicks lead by 20. Tony Smith guarded by John Starks. George Lynch back on the floor. Can't find the shot. Shot clock down to 1, and that's a 24-second violation.
You can see the Knicks are enjoying the lead they have in the sense of dominance, unlike Del Harris, who's at the woes right now, as he did last night for most of the game, till his team stole that game from the Clippers.
Del Harris in his first year as head coach of the Lakers. Remember, Magic Johnson took over for Randy Funn last season, a very rocky year. So Magic say, I've had enough of this. And he departed. Sabanos called for the foul, his 4th. Last year, the Lakers went 33-49, 5th in the Pacific Division. And for the first time since 1976, they did not make the playoffs. Well, those were the days. The jerseys of Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Jerry West and fellow we chatted with last week, Wilt Chamberlain and Elgin Baylor. Up above here at the Forum.
You know, Bob, I can't help but recall when Magic left after his coaching experience, how he took on the players of today and was quite critical of the athletes of the day. And it shows you the goodwill of Magic, and the persona that he gives off is such that he didn't get any static for that. I mean, everybody just kind of let that one go. He was pretty nasty to the guys of today, you know, when you think about it.
Well, Tony Smith able to hit his 2nd field goal. And the Knicks now lead by 19. Starks for 3. Starks hit 7 from downtown against the Jazz on Monday night. And John was his second three-pointer here this evening.
The contrast of the team defense of both these teams is so wide right now. You're seeing the Knicks move as a 5-man unit on defense, and you're seeing the Lakers at the other end kind of scrambling around looking for the open man. There's no cohesiveness in their defensive approach, and that's the job of Del Harris now, to teach this team to think in terms of togetherness on defense. A hard job.
Sedell 3 in his 12th year out of West Virginia Tech. Not particularly pleased about losing his starting job. Remember, he left the club briefly during training camp. Mason off the ball fake. Anthony Mason providing the Knicks with a 22-point advantage. We come up on 5 minutes to go in the third. Nice give and go, but that shot way off. Ewing thought it was fouled on a charge. 3-on-1. Oakley with the tip. Mason. And the Knicks now lead 71-47. It has been a wipeout from the second quarter on. Lynch not able to hit. Knicks on the run. Starks from Mason. The Knicks lead 73-47. You can hear the Knick portion of the crowd reacting. It has been a horror story for Del Harris and his Lakers.
Get an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour of this year's incredible production of A Christmas Carol at the Paramount. Saturday night at 7:30 right here on MSG. Protect yourself against skyrocketing fuel costs.
Our members represent 10 million gallons of home heating oil usage a year. That's clout. That's buying power. That's why we're able to save people 24 cents on an average per gallon. That's why they get free comprehensive service. That's why they get 24-hour emergency service. That's turning the oil marketplace into a buyer's market. You know what? Consumers are now winning. That's the benefit of being a member.
Fuel Consumers Group. Call 798-WARM.
Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Rolls-Royce, all found at Raleigh Motors on Northern Boulevard in Roslyn. From the moment you enter Raleigh, you'll know we're different. From our magnificent showroom to our state-of-the-art service facility, Raleigh Motors, the metropolitan area's premier luxury car dealership, where it costs no more to go first class. Raleigh Motors, authorized Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Rolls-Royce dealer.
You've got to see it to believe it. The Men's Apparel Liquidation Center in Farmingdale. A better way to buy better menswear. Aisle after aisle. One great name after another at prices you won't believe. We sell only brand new first quality current season menswear. Suits, sport coats, slacks, outerwear, ties, belts, and more. If you can't find it here for less, they don't make it. The Men's Apparel Liquidation Center. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only, and only for the smartest shoppers. 399 Smith Street, a block and a half east of Route 110.
Pat Riley wanted enthusiasm in his team coming into this game. Well, he's gotten it. He's also got a 26-point lead now with the Knicks rushing that ball up court, playing with great hunger. Anthony Mason to John Starks, and a perilous look at that finish by John Starks.
Down to 4.5 remaining. Third quarter. And the Knicks lead 73-47. Sam Bowie back on the floor. Forced it. Excellent defensive work by Patrick Ewing. The Knicks claiming should have been a 24-second violation against the Lakers. And now the officials conferring, and they say 1 second remaining on the shot clock.
Well, when the Lakers have practice tomorrow, Marv, I think the main subject is going to be forced shots. They have done too much of that.
And here they forgot. I can't believe Sedell 3 didn't look to shoot the ball. I mean, that shows you're not paying attention to the game. There was an indication after a long discussion that there was one remaining on the 24, and the guy's looking around to pass the ball on the inbound.
Hey, ease up on the guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You hate to see that, John.
That's the least of their problems.
And Oakley trying to steal from Ceballos, called for the foul. The second committed by Charles.
You know what I miss here at the farm tonight, Mark? Richard Lewis. Your main man in Hollywood.
You know, he is.
Where is he?
Let's not go crazy here, John. He happens to be in New York. In fact, I believe he did the David Letterman show tonight. Tipped home by Lynch, which you can catch later here on the West Coast. Nice pass from Ewing. Anthony Mason giving the Knicks a 75-49 lead. And Mason has 8 points.
I think from the Laker perspective, the worst part of this game now is that there's another quarter left. They look dead.
Sabanos. Cedric Sabanos with 14 points, but he is 7 of 20 from the field. Oakley. And back come the Lakers. Lynch fumbled it. Able to get it to Smith. Here's Lynch. George Lynch, a second-year player from North Carolina who has been struggling, connecting on a second field goal.
Well, he started 6 of the 8 games so far. Bill Harris knows he's much better off coming off the bench. He likes him as a player, but not as a starter.
Foul committed by Boone, his third. And that will send Oakley to the line. Here's Herb Williams replacing Patrick Ewing, who has had a solid game. 9 of 15 shooting, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 4 blocked shots. Oakley 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Charles still waiting for that specially designed shoe, which will help protect the partly dislocated right toe that could eventually require surgery. Now Greg Anthony replaces Derek Hoffer. The Knicks 76 and the Lakers 53 with 2.5 remaining in the third. Three being guarded by Anthony. Three and Smith now in the backcourt. Tony Smith with it. Draws the double team. Sabanos on the follow. Cedric Sabanos, who came over from the Phoenix Suns. He has been the Lakers' high scorer game in, game out.
Well, he also said earlier this season, if the Lakers don't do well this year, it's my fault. That's a man who's willing to take on a rather large responsibility.
Anthony Mason has relocated the outside touch. Knicks 79 and the Lakers 55. Foul away from the ball on Mason, who's grabbing behind him for Lynch. Hubert Davis and Monty Williams checking back in. Hubert Davis had a red-hot first half with 4 out of 5, including 2 from downtown. Monty Williams saw 8 minutes of playing time in the first half. George Lynch on the line. George Lynch was, as advertised, not a star, but a very solid and dependable player in his rookie season a year ago. But the one problem, as we have seen in many instances in the NBA, George has power forward skills in, as they say, a small forward body. Monty Williams was rejected, and then a foul is called on Monty.
Times have changed. George Lynch at 6'8", considered somewhat diminutive now in many areas from the forward position. Dave DeBusschere at 6'6" was a true power forward some years back.
George Lynch got his opportunity last year, though he did take advantage. Played well in the latter portion of the season. Got the chance from Duff Christie. Now Nick got hurt, and Lynch was inserted into the starting lineup and did a nice job. He began this season as a starter, but it has not worked out. Timeout taken by the Knicks with 1:05 to go in the third. And the Knicks are up 79-57.
The Busher shoots. Hit with 3 seconds to go. 2 seconds. 1 second. West throws it up. He makes it. West threw it up and makes it. Over half court.
The call of Bob Wolf, the game played here at the Forum. It was game number 3. That unbelievable shot by Jerry West sent the game into overtime. The Knicks went on to win it and, of course, went on to win the series in a dramatic 7-game set for their first NBA championship. What I remember most about watching that game, because at the time we were not doing road radio, so like yourself, I was back in New York City watching the telecast, and I remember Ray Chamberlain walking off the floor because he felt the game was over. Didn't give that shot a chance, and then Dick Barnett in the huddle, I'm told, helped to rally the Knicks and try to keep their composure and said, hey, this game is tied. We're going to overtime. We can still pull this out. And they did to win game number 3. Sam Bowie for the Lakers and the Knicks with a 79-59 lead. 40 seconds left in the third.
Actually, Mark, just for the record, I viewed that game in Atlanta, Georgia, down there on a business trip, and I, too, fell to the floor when the shot was made.
Monty Williams rejected again by Sam Bowie. Here's Davis for 3. Yes, that's his third three-pointer. Now, John, did you actually fall to the floor?
I did. I couldn't believe it.
Did you hurt yourself?
Relating to the game. Minor bruises.
15 seconds left in the quarter. Here's Tony Smith. Down to 10 seconds. Monty Williams this time changed his shot as he saw Sam Bowie. Cedric Ceballos. And that ends the third. And we are headed to extensive garbage time here at the Forum. The Knicks are up 82-59.
If you think aftershave has to hurt to work,
TNT long-distance shooting team three-point field goal leaders. Nick Van Exel doing most of the shooting from that department for the Lakers. 45% of the attempts. The rest are good by Nick, and the rest of the Lakers nowhere near his percentages. Same thing with John Starks, the best three-point shooter that the Knicks have. The rest of the team not as good as John in that department.
Well, John, it must be the shoes, huh? Who do these belong to?
Boy, they look like $1 million shoes and socks. Oh. There's a man who can afford them.
Setting new fashion standards here at the Forum. Jeff Nicholson hanging in for this fourth quarter with the Knicks up 82-59. Tony Smith and Herb Williams got to it. Nice pass. Greg Anthony finding Monty Williams, who was pushed by Sedell 3. So Monty Williams, the rookie out of Notre Dame, to the free throw line. Monty played for former Knick coach John McLeod, averaged 22 points as a senior for the Knicks. First of 2 selections on the first round, and we could see the second first-round selection before this one is over. Charlie Ward, who is aching for playing time, should be on the floor unless the Lakers make a miraculous turn here in the fourth quarter. Nice play by Mason, slapping it away from Lynch. Davis tried to set up Williams. Steal by Eddie Jones.
Rare defensive play by the Lakers. It's been quite a while.
Del Harris goes to the backcourt of Jones and Van Exel. And Threed also in there. Here is Jones from way out. And on the rebound battle, a loose ball foul. It's on Herb Williams. Williams battling for position with Elvin Campbell. Just underway, fourth quarter. Marv Albert with John Andres from the Great Western Forum. And the Knicks with an 83-59 lead on the Lakers. So responding to the words of Pat Riley in a vigorous practice yesterday. Foul called on Monty Williams. Pat very unhappy after the losses to San Antonio and Utah, making the point that the Knicks have not played hard the past couple of games. Felt the lack of intensity showed itself in the rebounding department. In fact, he asked why aren't Oakley and Ewing averaging double digits in rebounds. I mean, he named names in this instance and then, handled it as diplomatically as he could. He said, why did Anthony Mason pull down only 3 rebounds against the Jazz in 36 minutes at Salt Lake City?
Well, he points the finger and then he turns it into a team thing. And then it's we are not doing this and that. And Pat is also very carefully issuing a challenge to his players by doing that.
Yes, he got the message across.
You got to look people in the eye, as Pat is willing to do. He's earned that status where he can look a player in the eye and issue the challenge. And he does it privately a lot stronger than he does publicly, but the message is out there, and the Knicks have responded. I think Charles Oakley, Marv, meant a lot to the direction of this game from the start. Charles, who had not had a rebound in the first half of the prior 2 games, at the end of one tonight had 5. Not that he's got that many now. He's sitting a lot, pondering tomorrow night's difficulties up in Golden State, perhaps. But he did a big turnaround in getting the Knicks off to a good start.
The Knicks 83 and the Lakers 63. They double up on Mason. Anthony Mason getting the playing time tonight. Greg Anthony hits the 3. That's his second from downtown. The Knicks have had the touch from 3-point territory, and they now lead 86-63. The Knicks 7 of 10 from beyond the 3-point line. Greg Anthony and Hubert Davis in the backcourt. Monty Williams up front with Herb Williams and Anthony Mason. Davis. So Hubert with 15, and the Knicks now lead 88-63.
He's going to make the Lakers all-opponent team the second time now. He's had 15 against the Lakers.
Elvin Campbell with 16 points. So the Knicks lead by 23. They broke it open in the third quarter. Herb Williams. And Hubert Davis was hit. In that third quarter, the Knicks shot 11 of 17. Lakers went the other way, only 7 of 25. Antonio Harvey checking back in. Sedale Threet sitting down. 3 minutes gone by in the third. And a guy who's not been getting the playing time, Anthony Peeler, comes on for the first time. Last year, injury hit for Peeler. Began the season coming off injury problems. Last year, the major problem, a stress fracture. Played only 4 minutes last night against the Clippers. And you get the feeling the Lakers are shopping Anthony Peeler. Well, John, more than a feeling.
That was Hubert's 5th only trip to the foul line this season. He should get there more often the way he shoots them.
The Knicks lead 90-65. Monty Williams for Anthony Mason for Hubert Davis. Well, Hubert has reached the unconscious stage in terms of his shooting here tonight. 7 of 8 from the field. 19 points. And the Knicks lead 92-65.
Anybody who knows Hubert Davis and sees him carry himself has to be very happy for him. Of course, the Knicks are happy for the team, but Hubert's had some heavy weight lately as his skills have been doubted by close observers, and he has really broken out tonight.
Herb Williams commits the foul. And Eldon Campbell back at the line. Here's Cedric Ceballos for Eddie Jones. LA Lakers are home on Friday for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland beating Charlotte in overtime last night. The Hornets are 2-4. And then the Lakers will have 4 days off until next Wednesday when they host the Dallas Mavericks. Davis again. And for Hubert, that is his third three-pointer. The Knicks lead 95-66. 4 minutes gone by in the fourth. Campbell putting on the spin move, draws the foul. It's on Herb Williams.
Because when you're a coach of the other team being destroyed by jump shooting like Bill Harris is, he has to be wondering, I wonder why my defenders don't put their hands up on Hubert Davis and make him drive the ball, do something differently. Why are they allowing him all these open jump shots?
Well, Hubert 8 of 9 from the field. He has 22 points. And double checking, Hubert has hit 4 from downtown. 4 out of 4 from three-point land. I recall last March against the Boston Celtics, Hubert hit 5 three-point shots. Crowd beginning to file out. Anthony with the steal. 2-on-1. Hubert Davis for 3. Rebound, Monty Williams. And Anthony sets it up. Mason.
He rarely forces a shot. Mason's always looking for his teammates.
Herb Williams from Greg Anthony. The Knicks are shooting 53% for the game. 37 out of 69. And now lead 97-66 in a wipeout. Oh, nice play by Anthony, fielding that save attempt from Van Exel. Anthony for Davis, open 3. Yes. Hubert Davis with 25 points.
Isn't it nice to see his teammates recognize the hot hand by continuing to get him the ball, as Greg Anthony just did?
There's only one Jeep, and it's only at your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealers.
Quick, fast.
Dustin Hoffman, a regular at Knick games at Madison Square Garden, taking it this evening. And Bill Webb, our director, with obviously very little on his mind these days, goes to the shoe check with Dustin, as he did with Jack Nicholson.
Quite a difference in the two styles of the respective movie stars.
6:26 remaining. in the fourth quarter, and the Knicks now lead 100-66. Hubert Davis has been the shooting star for the Knicks, breaking out with 25 points, 5 from downtown. He's at 5 out of 7 from three-point range. Tony Smith not able to hit. Knicks staying with Greg Anthony and Hubert Davis in the backcourt. Well, now 3 guards. Now it's Davis and Anthony, along with Monty Williams, and Ron Grandison has checked in. He's up front along with Herb Williams. Anthony Miller of the Lakers with his first field goal, and the Knicks now lead 100-68. And the whistle away from the ball. It's on Sabanos. So that is number 5 on Cedric Sabanos.
Well, with Grandison in the lineup, Anthony Mason, after a solid all-around game, leaves for his rest. Anthony has happy memories of the Forum, where he enjoyed his career high 2 years ago of 30 points.
The steal by Smith. Tony Smith, in his 5th year out of Marquette, who is noted for his defensive play, cuts it to a 30-point Knick lead. As we come up on 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Grandison on a pick and roll, met by Devons. Davis with no hesitation. And here's Smith. Tony Smith putting the move on Greg Anthony. The Knicks 100 and the Lakers 72. Williams. The Knicks now lead 102-72. 6 points for Herb Williams. Well, a nice rest for the starters tonight. For the Knicks, Patrick Ewing, 22 points. Charles Oakley, 12 points, 8 rebounds. As you mentioned, John set the tone early off the boards. John starts with 14 points. Williams getting the playing time. Nice lead for Ron Grandison. So Ron Grandison with his first points as a Knick. Devons. And this is truly garbage time. We are seeing it at its fullest. With the Knicks up 104-74.
Well, Nick's thoughts now go to north to San Francisco. Golden State tomorrow night, and the challenges that they present with their unusual lineups. You know, Don Nelson's used 3 different starting lineups in the first 5 games.
Had a shuffle because of injuries and the loss of Chris Webber, who earlier tonight did come to terms with the Warriors. Foul is called on Grandison. The crowd cheering with the appearance of Charlie Ward making his way off the Knick bench and checking into the game. Charlie in his 2nd NBA appearance. So with 3:21 remaining, Charlie Ward, the rookie from Florida State, coming on. And Charlie looking for his first NBA point.
Boy, he looks nervous, doesn't he, Marv? This is the coolest rookie in town.
Yes, you get the idea somewhere along the line. This is a young man who faced some pressure situations in the past, but certainly feels pressure in NBA surroundings, not quite the same as feeling comfortable in football. And as I say that, Charlie throws one into the first row.
A 40-yard attempt.
And Sabanos is fouled. Monty Williams coming over, joining Herb Williams.
Charlie didn't come ready to play when he hit the floor. He's got some work to do before he's ready to go.
Tucks him in. He's ready. Charlie Ward, though, looks impressive during preseason. Pat Riley feels that eventually he'll be a very good open shooter. Passing skills bringing forth rave reviews during the course of the preseason. But Charlie does not figure to get much playing time during the regular season. So Charlie Ward handles. So Charlie appreciative of the public address announcer saying first down as Charlie threw that one astray. Thinking, what a great sense of humor that guy had. Timeout taken. 2:53 remaining in the fourth.
The Knicks are back, and so is Mike Francesa, along with Kathleen Murphy and some of the biggest stars in sports and showbiz, on Live from the Play-by-Play right here on MSG.
A hockey strike looms, but the news isn't all bad for cable TV sports fans. During this summer's baseball strike, Cablevision refunded more than $1 million to MSG and Sports Channel customers, and if the hockey strike results in rebates, we'll pass those savings along too. If you signed up for MSG or Sports Channel on or after March 15th and you cancel your service, you may get your installation fee back. Or drop MSG and Sports Channel and add them back before the end of the year at no charge. Or check out what else is on Sports Channel and MSG.
Getting materials when I need them is never a problem because they always have such a wide inventory. National Subject's one of the biggest supply houses on Long Island. Everything that you could think of in the building trade, anything made, they have access to. They have every catalog behind the counter you can think of. They have personal knowledge of those products. They have experience, so that all helps. If you need it, they'll get it.
That's why the professionals choose Nassau Suffolk Lumber, and so should you.
Live on stage, imagine a new musical from the composer of Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast. Imagine the story of Scrooge, with ghosts that fly over your head. Imagine A Christmas Carol, the brand new holiday tradition. The story surrounds you, the spirits astound you. At the Paramount, Madison Square Garden, November 23rd through January 1st. Call Ticketmaster today. Proudly presented by Nobody Beats the Wiz.
Solid Knick effort, solid play by Anthony Mason tonight. Anthony has happy memories of the form, as we mentioned earlier, March 26, 1993, against the Lakers here. 30 points, career high, 16 big rebounds. Last year, he had a high of sorts also, giving Michael Douglas a thrill of a little conversation during the game.
He was giving Michael Douglas a thrill, Phil?
Yes, he was. I have observed, Marv, through the years that famous actors get a big thrill out of associating with famous athletes.
Anthony Mason. Okay. Very intensive study on your part.
I just want to make that clear. Yes. It works both ways.
Anthony Mason also with 7 assists tonight. Monty Williams. We're down at 2:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Knicks up 106-79. And we should point out on behalf of the entire staff, we are very appreciative of those who have stayed with us right throughout. Hubert Davis with 27 points. And the Knicks now lead 108-79. It is just past 12:30 in the New York area. Well, now if you were back home, you would have been sleeping sound.
No.
2 hours.
No, I'd stay right to the end. And tonight's the challenge because we're going to have a post-game show that'll go on for a while. We'll discuss the game, pick it apart, and come up with good answers if you're a Knicks fan.
I know you'll be dissecting this one. But for the Knicks, certainly a very pleasant evening here in Los Angeles. Pat Riley had some strong words to say about his club following the losses to San Antonio and Utah, and very little to find that you'd want to complain about tonight.
Nice for the headline writers, too, of the New York papers, Marv. I mean, today's paper is slow starts killing Knicks. Riley hates new rules. Oakley's toe still hurting. Riley loses cool. I mean, it's a whole different scene now with this effort. As gives everybody a break, takes some heat off.
The basket counts, and the foul called on Hubert Davis, and Cedric Ceballos will go to the line. Down to 1 minute and 41 remaining. in the fourth quarter.
I guess it's a little early to talk about Tim Hardaway and Ricky Pierce and Latrell Sprewell. But 48 hours from now, 24 hours from now, the Knicks will be in a whole different setting up in Oakland, California.
Tony Smith with 10 points, and the Knicks now lead 110-84 with a minute 25 remaining. Monty Williams. Divac with the block, does it again on Grandison. Monty Williams. Monty's now 1 for 6 from the field. Here's Smith for 3. Oh, Tony Smith with 13 points, and the Knicks now lead 110-87. 1 minute remaining. It's one of those games where the score does not indicate the severity of the blowout. This is just cosmetic here at the end. Ceballos with the charge, and he is fouled out. Cedric Ceballos, 19 points. Shot only 9 of 24 from the field.
Yes, the competition ended in the second quarter when the Knicks rang up 31 points to the Lakers 16. It has been rather smooth for the Knicks since that second quarter.
Here's Ward for 3. Oh, Charlie's still looking for his first NBA points. Divac from downtown. Down to 25 seconds. So the Knicks go to 4-2. Well, Monty Williams, 1 of 9. And the Lakers will drop to a record of 3-5. Hubert Davis called for the foul with 14 seconds to go. And for the Knicks, this will be their 6th straight win over the Lakers.
The Lakers coming in tonight only look back to one bad beating. I mean, every beating hurts, but they only had one bad one so far, and that was on Saturday night to Golden State by 22 points. But the other losses opened up with a 1-point loss to Milwaukee, then a 4-point loss to the Knicks, and Denver at home here. In overtime they lost. They've been close, except for now 2 games.
And Charlie Ward just running it out. So the Knicks defeat the Lakers 110-89 as they turned it on in the second half. Led by 17 at the half off the strong second quarter. And we had a fourth quarter of just playing it out. And the Knicks with a 110-89 win to sweep the season set over the Lakers 2-0. We'll be back with a recap in a moment.
To apply, call 1-800-4-SUNOCO. And for those who have to have a card that Dan
here at the Great Western Forum in Inglewood, California. A very pleasant night for the Knicks. Close first quarter, pulled away in the second as they outscored the Lakers 31-16, and for the most part of the second half, the starters enjoyed watching others on the floor. While for the Los Angeles Lakers, a different story, a very long evening as they lose both meetings against the New York Knicks. Certainly played much better at the Garden last week. The Knicks had to come back from a 20-point deficit. Let's check out the leading scorers, brought to you by your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealers. There's only one Jeep, and it's only at your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealers. Hubert Davis led the way with a superb shooting performance. 10 out of 14 from the field, 5 from downtown. He had 27 points. Patrick Ewing, 9 of 15 for his 22, 14 for Starks, Oakley 12, Mason 10. Anthony Mason also had 7 assists. The Knicks shooting 50% for the night. Lakers shot only 37% from the field. Cedric Ceballos with 20 points in all, but only 9 of 24. Eldon Campbell had 17, and Tony Smith did most of his scoring late in the game when it was out of sight. He had 14 points, 9 apiece for Divac and Jones. So the Knicks go to a record of 4-2, and the Lakers drop to 3-5, and they have lost both of their home games here in the early going. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Nobody Beats the Wiz wants you to imagine your favorite
Thompson. Hey, heard about the big savings I can get you over AT&T on your business long-distance bill?
Big savings?
Oh, sure.
Let's just check that out by calling this number here, 1-800-COMPARE.
Can I see that hacksaw?
Right after I call 1-800-COMPARE.
Wow, are those left-handed tin snips?
Can't believe the big savings claims? For the facts, call 1-800-COMPARE, and AT&T will guarantee you competitive long-distance prices.
I can fix that for you.
1-800-COMPARE, the number other long-distance companies don't want you to call. AT&T, for the life of your business.
You know, I really hate it when my CD player dies before the disc finishes. So I use Energizer AA lithium batteries from Nobody Beats the Wiz. They just keep on going.
Once again, the final score, the Knicks 110 and the Lakers 89. In a moment on the post-game wrap-up, John will be talking with the Knicks high scorer tonight, Hubert Davis, who was on fire. He had 27 points, hit 5 three-pointers. Tomorrow night, the Knicks wrap up this Western swing as they play the Warriors, the Golden State Warriors, out in Oakland, California. Knicks game night will get it going at 10 o'clock and game time at 10:30 here on MSG. Stay tuned for the Knicks post-game report that is coming up in a moment. Marv Albert, John Andres saying so long from Inglewood, California. We'll be back, though, with the post-game Madison Square Garden announcers' clothing provided by Perry Ellis Menswear. Hubert Davis will be our guest, so stay with us. And we welcome you back to the Forum for our post-game report. The Knicks defeating the Los Angeles Lakers 110-89. And Hubert Davis, who had come into tonight's game averaging just under 7 points per ball game, broke out, hitting on 10 of 14 from the field, 27 points in all. He had 5 from downtown. He was on fire right from the start. Hubert Davis with a big game, and he is the high man tonight, and he is alongside John Andres. Let's go downstairs to John.
Thank you, Marv. Hubert, you have to like the Lakers shirts. In New York, you had a terrific shooting night, then a bit of a slump for you, and tonight you broke out. What do you attribute your fine shooting to tonight after a recent slump?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Jesus Christ for giving me the opportunity for being here, and you know, I think that time where things weren't going right for me was great. You know, I got to talk to a lot of veterans and Harper and Ewing, and you know, I'm learning so much each year about the ups and downs and coming back each night, and you can't get down on yourself. You know, you have 82 games, over 82 games, so you have to come with it every night.
What specifically helped you to shoot the ball better tonight? Was it the fact that you were getting the ball in the right spot, or was it your release? Have you changed anything with your shooting?
No, I never changed anything with my shooting. You're going to have to give credit to Greg Anthony. He did a tremendous job of getting the ball to me at the perfect time. That's so much important to a shooter, to get the ball at the right time, right moment. And Greg Anthony did a tremendous job, as well as all the other guys on the court.
What was the message of Pat Riley to your team before the game tonight? The feeling has been lately that the team hasn't been tough enough on defense. The enthusiasm was lacking. You know, all the negatives were piling up. What was the focus, do you feel, Hubert, that you might share with us?
Well, we just wanted to come out and play Knick defense, Knick basketball. We felt that we're losing that respect around the league, and we had a tremendous practice yesterday where we got into each other, and we realized that we weren't playing hard. We weren't playing like we did last year, and if we want to get to the same situation in the NBA championship, we're going to have to bring the same kind of force we did the previous years.
You were talking about force. You have the challenge now many nights of playing against bigger guys, some stronger fellows. This summer you worked on improving your strength. Give us a status report on Hubert Davis's physique and physical prowess compared to, say, last season.
Well, I do think I'm a lot stronger than last year, but I think what's more important is Greg Brittenham's really worked with my foot quickness. And, you know, down the post, it's a lot about strength, but it's also about foot quickness, getting your feet in the right position. And I'm learning so much from Doc Rivers. He's tremendous at playing big guys in the post, so I've taken notes on him, and I'm just trying to do the best I can out there. Nice commercial for the Knicks strength coach, Greg Brittenham, as well as the teammates of Hubert. Hubert, congratulations to you on a great shooting night, and best of luck to you and the team tomorrow night. Thanks for coming out. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, Hubert Davis, certainly the star tonight, and sharing his success, as you can see, with his teammates. Now let's go back to Marv Albert.
All right, John, and our guests receive the American Express gift check. Think of it as a universal certificate that can be used to buy anything just about anywhere. Well, the Knicks have made it 6 straight wins over the Los Angeles Lakers. A solid effort tonight for the 110-89 win. Let's take a listen in now on the Pat Riley news conference downstairs.
You know, and we got some shots dropped for us. You know, Hubert had really a hot hand, and they leave a lot of people open with their trapping and stuff like that. So